whose sudden death was ruled by the coroner to be caused by excessive cheeseburger consumption. In further news, science and religion seem to have intersected, as scientists at NASA have released the first James Webb Telescope images of God. Astrophysicists have joined forces with leading theologians in an attempt to analyze the visual data and interpret exactly what God is. Joining me live from NASA now is Dr. Amelia Lapcurdle from the JPL Image Processing Laboratory. Dr. Lapcurdle, take us through exactly what this remarkable image shows us. Can you tell us what exactly is God?
Yes, hello Terry. Well, it comes as quite a surprise to all of us, really, that we have this image at all. I mean, here we were, all happy to look out into the cold emptiness of space, expecting to see nothing but billions upon trillions of star systems and all that sort of boring stuff, when, lo and behold, we see a very clear image of, well, God.
And how far is the telescope having to look to see God?
Approximately 50 million light years.
Wow, that's incredible. So far away.
Yes, space really is big. You may think it's a long way down the street to the chemist, but that is just peanuts compared to space.
So, Doctor, if you may, explain exactly what are we seeing here?
To be honest, it appears to be just what you can see. Apparently, and despite all previous ideas to the contrary, God is, in fact, a penguin.
A penguin? Astounding! And is that all that we are seeing?
No, it seems that the penguin is accompanied by what appears to be an egg, possibly containing an unhatched second penguin.
So potentially a child of God.
Well, I don't have data to comment on that at present, but that's the popular bet that's going around our offices.
Thank you so much. Now, perhaps at this time we should turn to our second guest, Archbishop Lawrence Hammerbaby. Archbishop, are you happy that over 400 years of looking in telescopes, seeing nothing more interesting than stars and nebulae, that we've actually now found God?
Well, I am sort of jealous that the credit for this is going down to NASA rather than we theologians. But I have to admit, I have found it very hard to reconcile my faith staring out into the void and finding nothing but the celestial enormity that, although it does have all of the natural components sufficient to construct biological life, is still lacking and meaningless without proof positive that there is indeed a creator looking back.
Archbishop Hammerbaby, is it fair to say, with God, well, being in fact a penguin, this differs somewhat from the historical interpretations we've had up to this present date?
Yes indeed. However, God is under no obligation to be explicable. We can only seek the signs and interpret them as our wisdom allows. It seems that God has indeed chosen that in this generation, His people will come to know Him better in all His greater penguin-based majesty.
And what of the egg that seems to be next to him? Could this be a second incarnation of, well, the Son of God?
Well, to be fair, I would like to point out at this time that we shouldn't be too hasty to claim the gender of either the great penguin or the occupant of the egg. But yes, the general consensus at this time is leaning to the notion that yes, we may very well soon be witness to the cracking of the sacred egg and the emergence of the holy chick, the only begotten child of the penguin.
I guess that Easter is going to lose its monopoly on eggs.
Quite.
If I may interject...
Oh, yes, please do, Dr. Lapcurdle.
Although the structure does indeed seem to be very egg-like, we shouldn't jump too readily to conclusions until we can gather more data. Some of my colleagues have claimed that there doesn't seem to be any evidence that the egg contains a chick, and that it may not be an egg at all, but really rather a vessel or a container of some type. Perhaps where the penguin keeps his booze. It is, after all, very cold out there.
Wait, God has alcohol?
What? Do you mean to tell me you haven't heard of the Holy Spirit?
So, what you're saying is God might be less about miracles and more about mixes? That's just stupid.
Eh?
Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, push the like button and leave a comment. We'd like to invite you to watch our short film Blade Runner Insurgents Part 1. Or if you prefer scary stories, try The Black Dog Chronicles. Both the links are here on the screen. See you next time from the Pixie and the Paperclip.